Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked these kids. That isn't regular fighting, and they were stabbed, son, stabbed. Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother it was true. Mom, they were the ones who put the knives on me and Lou. Son, said one of the cops, we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed, one of them having a bruise on his stomach. And we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now what does that tell us? Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but there was just no proof. It was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because it was truth to be told they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou. Son, call down your brother. Jeff couldn't do it since he was the one who beat up all those kids. Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up those kids. Lou tried to hold me back, and he couldn't stop me. The cops looked at his partner, and they both nodded. Well, looks like a year in juvie. Wait, says Lou. They looked up to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked in on Lou. It was me. I beat up those little punks. I have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises, as if he was in a struggle. Son, just put down the knife. Down, said the officer. Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the floor. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops. No, Lou, it was me. I did it. Jeff had tears running down his face. Huh, poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. The police officer led Lou out of the protector lab. Lou, tell him it was me. Tell them. I was the one who beat up those kids, Jeff's mother put her hands on her son's shoulder. Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it was Lou. You can stop. Jeff watched helplessly as the car speeds with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulls into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face, knowing something was wrong. Son, what is it? Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff and Mother walked his father inside to break the bad news. As Jeff walked there in the driveway, after an hour or so, Jeff walked back into the house, seeing his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed. He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought it was Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days later, 2 days went by, with no word from Lou at JDC, no friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. Not until Saturday, when Jeff woke up with his mother, happy sunshine face. Jeff, it's today, she said as he opened the curtains and let out the light flooding to his room. What was today? Jeff asked as he stared awake. Why, it's Billy's birthday party. He was now fully awake. Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after. There was a long pause. Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now get dressed. Jeff's mother walked out of the room, then downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and pair of jeans. He walked down the stairs and saw his mother and his father all dressed up. His mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why would they ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party? Son, is that all you're gonna wear? Says Jeff's mother. Is better than wearing too much, he says. His mother pushes down the feeling to yell at him, but then hides it with a smile. Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an expression, said his father. Jeff grunted and went back upstairs. I don't have any fancy clothes, he yelled down the stairs. Just pick something, called his mother. He looked around his closet for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it, thought. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which goes with the dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on. You're wearing that, they both said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh, no, there's no time to change. Let's just go, she says as she herded Jeff and his father out of the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara's and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, were overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adult male kids. The kids are in the backyard. Jeff, how about you go meet some of the kids? Jeff, said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns. He might as well be standing in a Toys R Us. Suddenly, a kid came up to him and handed him a toy gun and hat. Hey, wanna play? He said, no, kid. I'm way too old for this stuff. The kid looked at him with a weird puppy dog face. "Please," he said. The kid, "Fine," Jeff said. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first he thought it was totally ridiculous, but he actually started to have fun. It might have not been the super cool, but it was the first time he actually done something that might have took his mind off of Lou. So he played with the other kids for a while until he heard noises, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him, Randy, Tori, and Kenneth. All jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with burning hatred. "Well, Jeff, is it?" he said. "We had some unfinished business." Jeff saw the bruised nose. "I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you. And said, and you get my brother into send to JTC. Randy got an angry look in his eyes. "Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning. You may have kicked their asses that one day, but not today." As he said, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him at the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off him and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming. Parents were running out of the house. Troy and Kenneth both pulled guns out of the ruckus. "No one interrupts or guts will fly," they said. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed him to his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started to kick him in the face. All three kicks, Jeff grabbed his foot and twisted it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up, walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him. "Need some help?" He picked up Jeff by the back of the collar and throws him to the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand, he kicks to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts coughing up blood. "Come on, Jeff, fight me." He picks up Jeff and throws him to the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head. "Fight!" He throws Jeff back into the living room. "Come on, Jeff. Look at me." Jeff glances his face riddled with blood. "I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC, and you're the one who's gonna sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year? You should be ashamed." Jeff starts to get up. "Oh, finally, you stand and fight." Jeff is now on his feet, blood and vodka all in his face. Once again, he gets a strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a while. "Finally, he's up," says Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him onto the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop. As Randy gasps for breath, Jeff hammers down on him, punch after punch. Blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Kenneth. Although they easily break from their gaze and pointed their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees the guns trained on him and starts running for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Kenneth let out fires on him, each shot missing. Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Kenneth follow up behind as they let out a final rounds of bullets. Jeff ducks to the bathroom and he grabs a towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Kenneth race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down with hard, and now is all left is Kenneth. He is more ill than Troy, though. He ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He drops the knife and grabs Jeff by the neck. He pushes him into the wall, and a thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burned both of them. They both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best as he could. He pulled the back of the towel rack and swung straight into Kenneth's head. As he lay there bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile. "What's so funny?" asked Jeff. Kenneth pulled out a lighter and switched on. "What's funny?" he said. "That is, you're covered in bleach and alcohol." Jeff's eyes widened as Kenneth threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flames made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but there was no use. The alcohol only made him walk into a walking inferno. He ran to the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started to scream as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, drop to the ground nearly dead. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flames. That's when he passed out. When Jeff woke up, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. As he tried to stand up, but he realized there was some tube in his arm. When he tried to get up, it fell out, and the nurse rushed in. "I don't think he can get out of bed just yet," she said as he pulled it back into the bed and reading started to do. Just sat there with no vision, no idea what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" She asked. Jeff couldn't answer them. His face covered in what, unable to speak. "Oh, honey, I have some great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed to trying to attack you, they decided to let Lou go." This made Jeff almost bolted up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. "He'll be out by tomorrow, and then the two of you will be able to be together again." Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks, Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day where his bandages were removed. His family were already there to see what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandages holding the covers over his face was almost removed. "Let's hope for the best," the doctor says as he quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest of the fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face. What happened to my face?" Jeff said. He rushes out of the bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the causes of distress. His face, it was horrible. His lips were burnt to deep shade of red. His face was turned into pure white color. His hair singled from brown to black. He slowly put his hands to his face. It had a short, leathery feel to it. He looked back into his family and then back to the mirror. Jeff said, "Lou, it's not that bad." "Not that bad?" said Jeff. "It's perfect." His family was equally surprised. Jeff started to laugh uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand was twitching. Jeff, are you okay?" "Okay, I've never been more happy." "Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me." He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his insanity snapped. Now he was left a crazy killing machine. That is, his parents didn't know. "Doctor," said Jeff's mom, "is my son alright, in the head?" "Oh yes, his behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back here and we'll give him a psychology test." "Oh, thank you, doctor." Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. "Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go." Jeff looks away from the mirror, his face still formed into a crazy smile. "Okay, mommy." His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. "This is what came in," said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mother looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now were clean of blood and now stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing this was their final day of life. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke up to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded like as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks. "Jeff, what are you doing?" asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother. "I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever." Jeff's mother noticed his eyes ringed in black. "Jeff, your eyes." His eyes seemingly were never closing. "I couldn't see my face. I got tired, and my eyes began to close. I burned out the eyelids so I can forever see myself, my new face." Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing what her son was going insane. "What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?" "Yes, son," she said. "Yes, you are. Let me go get Dad, and he can see your face." She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. "Honey, get the gun, She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife. "Mommy, you lied." That's the last thing they hear. Jeff brushes them with a knife, gutting the both of them. His brother Lou woke up and startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. and he was on the border somewhere as he got a strange feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raises the knife, ready to plunge it to Lou. Lou thrashes here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip. Shh, Jeff says. Go to sleep.